Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll talk about a brand new device that just came out, and even though I haven't watched the reviews, I know people usually have two questions. Is it worth the price? And can it compete with other devices from its category? And you might have guessed, but even if you don't, I'm gonna tell you we are discussing the brand new Nothing Phone 2A. There were rumors that the next phone from this company will be called something. Well, that didn't work out. It's called Nothing Phone 2A. Believe it or not. And even though I have checked on their website like specifications, like how much it costs and all this stuff, let's just say that it had some interesting things to look about, to doubt it a little bit. So what exactly is this phone, what it does, and one of the questions is, can it compete with the iPhone? Because if you have been on this channel for a while, if you know me, I love Apple. And if I have any chance to compare the iPhone with any other phone, I'm gonna do it because this is me. This is how I work. So right now, let's check the Nothing Phone and see if it can beat Apple. First, let's talk about the design on this phone. When the first Nothing Phone came, people were very impressed by the design of the back, mostly because, first of all, it lights up. Second of all, it lights differently depending on who is calling you, if you receive a message, if you receive a call, or any other type of notification, which is very creative because it's kind of like you can see what's the hardware, but at the same time, you don't see it. I will give them a point for the creation, and here I'm gonna pop up a video. This is from their website that I took earlier this morning. This is what their design it is. I don't want to say it like this, but these cameras that are positioned this way look like two eyes, and it kind of reminds me of the Minions a little bit. Like, I don't want to dash out or anything. The design is creative, I like it. It's just kind of looks like the iPhone when the first one came. Now this one looks obviously like the second one. It's good in some sort of way. It doesn't have 30,000 cameras like some other phones have, like the Samsung Galaxy, for example. Like, I don't know why you need so much cameras. They are behind the statement that you don't need that many cameras to have a well-taken picture or a video, and I will agree with this. Maybe even one camera is enough depending on what your needs are. But anyways, I also have to say, simple design. Yes, it lights up again, it depending on like if you want to turn it on or not. Personally, if I had this phone, probably I'm not gonna keep it on because it will bug me, and I feel like this might drain the battery as well if this thing is on. So this is also another thing to keep look at. But so far, hardware design looks good. What are the specifications of this phone? Now we're talking about software, which means like it's one of the most important parts, because the phone doesn't need to look good only so people can buy it. Not everything is based on looks. Here, it needs to satisfy all the needs that you have to do all the things that you do with your regular phone, and to give you even more beyond that. So, it has 8-core 4nm generation 2 chip. It has Nothing OS 2.5, which is powered by Android 14. We have 32 megapixel front camera, dual 50 megapixel main and ultra wide camera. We have 120 Hz 10-bit flexible AMOLED display. We have the glyph interface. We have 1300 nits of peak brightness. It is designed in London. You have 5000 milliamperes battery, which is up to 29 hours of video playback. We have 20 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigabytes plus 8 gigabytes RAM booster. So as you can see, for the battery part, it is competing with the iPhone at this point, because the iPhone 15 has the same battery life as the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Sadly, I expected that with every phone Apple makes, and mostly every company, they increase the battery life, but maybe not. This is one of the reasons why I'm switching my phones, because after some time of using them, like, their battery starts dropping. And I use my phone every single day, not only because I film my videos, but also for a ton of other things. And I need a phone which doesn't need to be connected to a charger like every 20 minutes, So a good battery is important. But as you can see, although on specifications it looks good, but someone will say the Samsung Galaxy S24 has 200 megapixel camera. Yes, but the iPhone has 48 megapixel camera at the back. And the reviews are still compared to say they're so close. So just because the number is bigger, it doesn't mean that it's something more impressive than the lower numbers. So quality is all that matters. Have you ever wondered what a phone looks on the inside? You know, how is it built and all the software? Here I'm gonna pop up a picture. This is what our Nothing Phone 2A looks like on the back and where their chip is positioned. So according to their website, the co-engineered with MediaTek, the custom Dimensity 7200 Pro processor delivers the best performance with optimal power consumption. So basically, they're saying like they have the best chips, which they have ever had. But there is also a thing that this is their second phone. Like their first ever phone that this company ever created was last year. So technically, let's do it like this. They don't have that many experience in what to improve yet. They can improve from themselves. They can try to compete with the other brands, just making more affordable phones for a better price that give you the same quality of pictures, videos, and speed and battery, and pretty much compete with the other brands with everything. But at the same time, you know, a company needs to establish itself so people can buy it more. You see, people were competing Apple and Samsung because they have been on the market for a very long time. And pretty much, I always feel like when it comes to phones, the battle will always be with them. Yes, people have compared the iPad with the Samsung Galaxy Tab, you know, the AirPods with the Galaxy Buds and other devices that they have. But I feel like the phones will be the most compatible category, mostly because people use phones every single day more than probably any other device that exists. So this is why they're compatible. But can the Nothing phone fit in this? Oh, even though they have a good processor, they have the best of the best chip they have ever had, they're still like 2 years old, maybe. Like they have only two phones, so basically they don't have what much to improve from themselves. Yes, they can see the reviews if people like the phone, if not, and what to improve to make it even better. Also, the prices are cheaper, even if it's compared to the regular iPhone, the baseline. It's still cheaper, but can you give all this? So according to them, the battery lasts you for 2 days straight. So this is the longest battery they have ever had. But it's the second battery they have ever had. So what exactly are you looking for? Yes, they're going straight away 29 hours of battery. Is impressive considering that if you took, let's say, the iPhone 6s that I used to have, it has poorly 11 hours, but this was the best battery life on an iPhone back in the day. And now they're straight going forward to the best companies to try to challenge and beat them. But is it exactly possible? Let's see what the cameras looks like. Are the cameras good enough to beat the cameras of the iPhone or maybe even the Samsung Galaxy S24? Let's find out together. So, great shot, okay? Top tier hardware and software come together to prove that better quality isn't more cameras, which is true. They have 50 megapixel main camera, OIS and AIS extra steady shots every single time, and 50 megapixel ultra wide, 140 degrees POV, see the bigger picture, okay? Great shot. Top tier hardware and software come together to prove that better quality isn't more cameras. Again, and you see how minimalistic their camera is? It's 32 megapixel. You in your best light front camera, it has 1080p video recording at 60 frames per frame at 27%. It's improved quality during app usage. So you see, the camera is minimalistic, and people were complaining that this dynamic highlights, like people make a little dot, and this has been for quite a while in the market and replicas of phones, and just Apple keep it with this notch. And people were like, okay, why can't you just make it so minimalistic? But it's their decision. But okay, even though it's like 32 megapixel, okay, it's still good enough because there are phones who probably have like still 12 megapixel front camera and people are still using it. But 1080p front facing camera, yes, when you're keeping it at such a price, it's $399. You have to keep some cuts, you know, to lower the cuts. You can't have 4K front facing as I have right now. I shoot this video, but I still feel like 1080p. Yes, most of the videos that I have found on YouTube, they're still 1080p. Like people do post 4K quality videos, but I feel like still it's not that popular. It's not massive like everyone to do it. So 1080p will do you the shot. And also, let's not forget that it's the cheaper version. And also, they're trying to compete but also make it at a better price. So basically, if you buy a cheaper product, of course you won't have all the quality of the more expensive one, but they're trying. So I will say their cameras are good enough for the price of the phone and the fact that it's only their second phone that they have ever released. Last but not least, let's check some of the widgets that this phone have, because even though I don't use that many widgets and I honestly don't have any on my screen, like even the homepage or the second one, because I have only two pages, mostly because I find them annoying and they're taking too much space. But since this became a thing, people have been using it all the time. So let's see what the Notic phone can offer us. And here are the widgets. It's powered by Android. This is what you can do. First of all, it has Face ID. You can display as many widgets as you want. As you can see, customize it the way you want, pretty much. They are taking inspiration from other brands. I give them credit to that, because this is what people do nowadays. Everybody likes to customize their phone to make it look more like themselves, you know, who they are, like personality. And here are all those widgets that they have. Like, pretty much it looks like your regular phone widgets. You can display the weather, you can check the time, you can have your calendar, pretty much absolutely everything. And for what? To maybe check in daily. How many times you have opened the phone to check the time and you actually started doing something else and completely forgot to check what's the time? Many times, because sometimes, okay, let's check this. Oh, I have a notification here. You know, when you have all these widgets and notifications popped up, you kind of forget why you are actually on your phone, what you were supposed to do, maybe to do a 2-minute thing, text someone, I'll text you back, and they just forget. Because the widgets are useful, okay? Literally, like I have seen people displaying the weather, some people keep on track with their calendar if they have any events. I think that I already have apps for this, so why do I need to pop it in a bigger screen? Like, for me, I just don't find it convenient. But this doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. Honestly, widgets are so popular, especially with so many apps that you can customize your widgets, that it's just great that Notic Phone supports this as well, and it's trying to kind of compete with the other phones, and let's just say that it is working. Some people are buying these phones since it's more affordable and it kind of offers you the same stuff as the other phones. Why don't you spend less money and kind of have the same thing? Yeah, quality, well, for that price you can expect the best of the best, but this doesn't mean that it's worse. Honestly, it's pretty good considering that they're more expensive phones which don't deliver that. Okay guys, that will be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what are your thoughts if you have watched the reviews on the Nothing phone. Do you think that they will have success? And most importantly, do you think they can beat the iPhone or any other phone on the market? I will say no. Not because they're not good, but because they haven't established themselves yet. You know, when a new company arrives, people were kind of looking at it with a little bit suspicious. You know, they're reserved because they don't know what to expect. If this will be a scam, they're charging you for something, but you won't receive exactly what it was described. Because nowadays there's scammers everywhere. They, for example, trying to sell you a good-looking iPhone on the pictures. It looks in perfect conditions for $100. Let's say it's an iPhone X. I don't even know how much it costs nowadays. And when you receive it, you pay $100 and it's a beat up and basically it's falling apart in your hands. And they're like, is this what I paid for? So, yes, I will say they might have success in the future. They have to keep the good work, because honestly, I will say it, I like the design of the back a lot. The fact that you can see kind of how detailed it's inside. I don't think any other company has done this. Is just the basic color. You know, the natural titanium, like both Samsung and Apple went with it. But this is something different, you know, no other company has done this, and I have to give them a credit. And I might say, just because of the credit, the back, I might like it more than other phones, even than the iPhone. Even though I'm not changing my iPhone, I just like how creative they are on the design. But anyways, that'll be the video. Hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button if you like this video, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. And I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!